They're already on the record. They did at least this time. There are names. S3422. A bill. It's a clada, right? It starts with something on one hand and then something on the other. It's so great. I love the way that they're willing to actually put their entire livelihoods on the line this way. This is part of the official record. This is the history of the United States. Asset. The term asset means any real property, including any physical structure or grouping of structures, landscape, trail, or other tangible property that has a specific service or function and is tracked and managed as a distinct identifiable entity by the applicable covered agency. But here's the best one. This is the one that you've all been waiting for. What did I just say? What did I just say? How many of you thought it was cute to take your kids to the protest and throw them in front of the police? I just want to ask because it says this right here. D, investment of amounts. 1. In general, the Secretary may request the Secretary of the Treasury to invest any portion of the fund that is not, as determined by the Secretary, in consultation with the Secretary of Agriculture, required to meet the current needs of the fund. Would that mean maybe using parcels of public land that people are protesting on as some sort of makeshift corral where they can issue futures contracts on the people they're tracking? I don't know, maybe not. But then there's number 2, requirement. An investment requested under paragraph 1 shall be made by the Secretary of the Treasury in a public debt security. A, with a maturity suitable to the needs of the fund, as determined by the Secretary. And B, bearing interest at a rate determined by the Secretary of the Treasury, taking into consideration current market yields on outstanding marketable obligations of the United States of comparable maturity. So do you really mean it when you say your kid and somebody else's kid that's oppressed are the same and no one's innocent? So you were okay and kept your mouth shut when they were flipping 10-year-olds. And now what? Are you going to let them swap your 10-year-old out with another 10-year-old? Did you literally organize your political movement so that you could make your kid who's standing up with all their fucking privilege in the public realm so they can be put onto public bonds and swapped out with kids in other places that you fetishized or exotified for their oppression? Because that's exactly what this says. And this is exactly what they were voting. I thought it was pension fraud. What are you going to do? Because the way I see it, if you take your kid to a protest right now and you don't fucking tear this down and take them down with the same zeal you want to confront the police with, it tells me you literally put your children out there to traffic them so that you could get some fucking extra leverage hustled on your pension fund. That's what that tells me. What are you going to do? It's right here. Where were you at 1 o'clock last night? Were you out on the street fighting the police? You know what? It's right here.